Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new or if you're coming over from the playlist. I'm Holly, and today I'm getting to share with you our monthly group collaboration. So each month we get to share with you a themed video, and for this month it is Valentine Day Sweets. And we're going to make some sweet treats that you can make and share with your family. So hopefully you will find some good ideas down in the playlist of all my YouTube friends making some delicious recipes for this one. And it is being hosted by Melissa at I'm Merely Melissa and Kristy at Kristy's Farmhouse. They both have great content on their channels, and I know you will love their channels as much as I do, so please be sure to go and check their channels out. And for this one, I'm going to share with you two different Valentine's Day treats that you can make. Very simple and easy. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and get started. This first little treat is just a sugar cookie cup, and very simple and easy to make. All you will need for this is a little like mini pan, muffin pan, or a tart pan, I guess, and a bag of sugar cookie mix, and I believe this is a 17.5 ounce, so that's the size you need. 1 stick of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 egg at room temperature. You need some of these Hershey's Hugs candies, and this is optional. If you want to put some sprinkles or anything on top, you can do that as well. You do need a pink or red food dye, so that way you can dye the cookie dough. So very easy. Take and put your cookie mix in a mixing bowl. And then the next thing is to add your egg. Add the 3 tablespoons of flour. Add that butter, you want it melted. And then you're going to use your mixer and just mix this up till it forms a cookie dough. You will also add in the food coloring, so that way you'll get the desired color of your dough that you want. Mine turned out to be, this pink, so that's what I'm using. And you can use, like I said, whatever color. Make sure you, unwrap all of those little hugs, kisses. So the first thing you will do is take the dough, and you want to put some in your hand. Just kind of flatten it out into like a little disc, a little round disc. And then it's going to be kind of, flaky in a way. But you put your hug kiss in the middle, and then you wrap the dough around it. And it is kind of, like I said, it kind of crumbles up a little bit. You have to kind of work with it to mold it to the candy. And when I first started out, I think I used a little too much dough, and I'll show you in a little bit, because I did go back and kind of take some of that off. But it's going to depend on how much of the dough you put around your candy, of how big your cookies will be, I guess. But you need them to fit in the little mini, pan. So I'm just kind of showing you how to do that. And like I said, you want to make sure those cracks, are smoothed over, because otherwise they will crack when you bake them. And when I first started, I was just kind of flattening it out like the recipe said in my hand, but then I started to just kind of roll it into a little ball, then kind of flatten it out. It kind of worked a little bit better for me as far as making it a little bit rounder, I guess, and then just continue to do that. But then you'll see I pinch off. What I started doing was pinching off some of the dough on top, so that way it wouldn't be so much. But you can kind of, you probably need about a tablespoon, I guess, maybe, of the cookie dough to wrap around that, candy. So you'll kind of know when you're doing it how much you need. And you'll kind of gauge it with, the little mini pan, how to put them in. So after I get them all into the pan, I put it in the oven on 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes, I'm sorry. And when they come out, this is what they look like. I did put a few sprinkles on top when they came out, because otherwise they kind of melt, some of those sprinkles, when you bake them. So I just pressed them into the cookie on top to get them to stay a little bit. But that's optional if you want to put sprinkles. But I think it adds a little bit to it. And you can see the difference here in the cookies. Like I said, if you have more dough, it's going to be a little bit bigger cookie. If it's, less dough, they'll be a little smaller. But either way, these were delicious. They are addicting. They're on my counter, so every time I pass by, it's like I have to have one. But if you like sugar cookies, I think you would love this. So really simple and easy treat that you can make for your loved ones. And this next one is a super easy chocolate recipe. Who doesn't love chocolate? Even though I know there are some that don't. But this one's really, really easy to make. And you can't get much simpler than this. And to me, Valentine's Day isn't Valentine's Day without some chocolate. So you need a 12-ounce bag of chocolate chips. And I'm using, this one has about 11.5 ounces, but that's okay. And you can use any kind if you want the dark chocolate or anything. Also, a 1/4 cup of chopped pecans, finely chopped. So you want them really small. Now, the recipe originally is called for like blackberries and raspberries that you would put on top. My raspberries ended up going bad within 2 days of getting them. So all I had was the blackberries left, and I really didn't want to use them in this, just with the blackberries. But you will also need, what I decided to do is get these little chocolate heart candies instead. Originally, you would put, like a blackberry on top with 2 raspberries into the chocolate, but I'm not going to do that, but I'm just letting you know that that was the intention. This, you just melt your chocolate chips in the microwave, and before you do that, you want to line about 12 of these little mini, cups in your pan. But once your chocolate is melted, like I said, it took me 60 seconds. 30 seconds each time just to kind of, get it melted. Add the pecans. And I did add a few more as I went because I felt like it needed it, because it was just chocolate. So kind of you can judge on that how much you want to add into this. And these kind of reminded me of the chocolates you would get in like Russell Stover's or something. That there's that one little chocolate that has like the little pecans and stuff in it. And that's what I really liked about this one. So I just filled the cups up with the chocolate. And I just used a spoon for that, so, nothing special about it. Just, kind of drip it let it fall into the cups. I tried to get them as, to the very top of it. So I kind of went and did all of them, tried to make sure I had enough for each, cup. But just kind of filled it to the top as much as I could. And like I said, this was an 11.5 ounce bag, not 12, so I don't know if that made a difference. Then I just, before that chocolate set, put those chocolate hearts on top, just kind of, let them sit in. Then I put these in the refrigerator, I guess for about 15 minutes or so. You want to, get that to set up, the chocolate to set up. And this is what they look like when they came out. So this is a perfect little chocolate treat. Very simple and very easy to make. And if you want to put them in a little tin, you can, to give them to someone. And it's up to you if you want to keep these in the refrigerator or not. They will stay, solid. But if you like them cold, where they don't melt or anything, because these do kind of melt a little bit when when you're holding it. But that didn't matter. These were good. These were delicious. Love the addition of the pecans in those. And like I said, you can add a little bit more if you want of the pecans. But hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to check the playlist down below and Melissa and Kristy's channels as well. Hope you find some delicious treats to make for your loved ones, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell. That will notify you when I post new videos. Hope everyone has a blessed day. God bless y'all.